Good evening, students. Am I audible? Tell me, am I audible or not? Yes, right? So, are you ready to write essay? Yeah, good evening, everyone. Are you ready to write essay? Are you ready to think?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Shall we start the session?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so 1 minute. I will share the screen. So, meanwhile, how many of you wrote this week essay and case study? At least tell me how many of you started writing essay and case study.
Yeah, ma'am.
So, how many of you wrote?
Hi, ma'am. This is Senthil here. This is my first day of attending this. I'm not aware of the procedures and all these things. Could you brief me as small?
Okay, sure, no problem, no problem. Yeah.
Or do anything.
Okay. So I will be explaining you like how to write essay and also case study. Okay, we will be taking one essay which appeared in the previous year's UPSC mains, and we are going to see how to approach the case study, and I will also let you think, okay, so that you can come up with your own ideas, own examples, own case studies and data, everything. Is it clear? Send it.
Yes, ma'am. If in case any have doubt,
Yeah.
I'll raise.
Yes, okay. So first let us start with case study or essay. Tell me, case study or essay? Your wish, your choice. Everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Everyone. Essay, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So essay is not all who wander are lost. So this essay which appeared in 2023 mains. So read this statement at least twice, as it is a quote which is given by a famous personality, and this quote is also relevant in the life of UPSC aspirants. Think about that, and I will ask everyone like what you understand regarding that quote, or what you got into your mind after reading that. So I will be giving you 2 minutes of time. So think about that and tell me your thoughts. Okay, I will start asking the questions. Yes, tell me, Abhinesh, what you understand by this quote. Abhinesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me at least 50 words or 20 words, even what you understand. Let's try to talk. So let us have conversation.
Not anything coming, ma'am.
Not anything coming. Okay, Ashwini. Hi, Ashwini. So what do you understand by this quote? Not all who wander are lost.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, Ashwini. Yes, tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you understand?
Ma'am, as per my understanding, person will be having their own interest. As per that, they will be wandering. That doesn't mean they are lost when you find someone. So if you are looking, we will think that that person is lost in doing something. But in his own mind, he will be having some person like goals. So in order to reach that, he will be wandering.
Okay. Can you give some examples? Any idea, Ashwini? Examples?
Say the person will be having interested in the exploring, so he will be traveling. That we will think that he may lost like that.
Okay. Bharat? Bharat? What do you understand by this quote? Sorry. Dhanushri, come on. It's your turn. At least tell me what you understand about this within 20 or 30 words. So no idea. Okay, Dhanushri. Gokula Priya. Priya? Good evening, Priya. If they are not lost, then they may be on some quest. Coming out of comfort zone, it tends to broaden our mental horizons. Very good, Bharat. So actually this essay is about coming out of comfort zone. Okay? Priya, tell me Priya, what do you understand? No idea. Okay, no problem. Kiruba? Hi Kiruba. Good evening. Yeah, what do you understand by this quote?
Ma'am, according to me, life is not always a bed of roses. Sometimes we may lose hope in life, or sometimes we may not have a clear focus of life. But
Okay.
it doesn't we won't achieve anything. One day we will attain what we want.
Okay.
We must support it.
Okay. Mahendra, good evening. Tell me, what do you understand by this quote? Yes, try to talk because you will lose fear. Tell me, Mahendra. No idea. Okay. Mabel, good evening. Those who search something that makes their life meaningful, but it will take some time, that is not actually loss. Okay, Mabel, can you give me some examples? Okay, Monica, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, what do you understand by this quote?
Ma'am, I have an example, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, start with
Already
example.
I read this essay, ma'am. Shall we change the concept in the perspective, ma'am?
Yeah, okay, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. There is a wind and the sun, ma'am. Sun and air, ma'am. They both had a challenges, ma'am. To remove a sweater from the man, to throw away sweater from the man, ma'am. So the wind gave all force to throw that sweater from man, but man hold it tight very long, ma'am. Due to that he felt very cold. That's why he hold it more, ma'am. But the sun kept silent and fought back heat, and he thrown away that sweaters, ma'am.
So how this story is relevant to this quote?
That's it. Yes, ma'am. At last, the sun won, ma'am, by keeping silent and force of action.
Yes, how that story is relevant to this quote?
Yes, ma'am. The sun is vandalized, ma'am, but it's not lost.
Okay, very good. And next, Nawaz, it's your turn. Explain me the quote. What do you understand?
Means once we fail in any of the structure, means we can come out. It's not mean that we lost totally. So we can come out by giving extra efforts like that.
Okay. Any example?
Many examples we can see. For example, Abdul Kalam's life only.
Okay.
He is not a good student. Yeah, but still he is a fine engineer afterwards.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, Prasanna, tell me. Prasanna, are you there? Good evening. So, what do you understand by this quote? There is no choice, you have to talk. Prasanna. And Senthil, do you have any idea regarding this quote?
Yes, ma'am. Actually,
Yeah.
I have several ideas regarding this.
Okay.
First thought that came to the top of my mind was, we usually brand a person as lost when we say that they have been roaming around aimlessly on all.
Yes, yes. This is the point I'm searching
What I
for.
understood from this quote is, some people might take a pause from their routine life, their way of comfort zone, where the routinely happening life is happening, and they can take a pause and they take some breathing space and they roam around, explore their possibilities,
Yes.
experiment with new things, travel or do some hobbies. In that way, they can find things which is give things happiness to them, which can give them adventure, which can give them fruitfulness in the life. In the thing, I have one example to share too. You might seen as a doctor, from a doctor's perspective, I can say. The thing is, there's some scientist called as George Papanicolaou. He was a Greek veterinarian.
Yes.
He was he due to some personal crisis, he came to US where his degree of veterinary science is not valid. So he joined as a assistant in a veterinary science lab out of curiosity and all these things, and he was experimenting with various other things, and he was experimenting on guinea pigs. He was taking some samples from guinea pigs, and he found out that whatever sample is taken, some were positive for malignancies. So in that way, he discovered carcinoma cervix. It can spread through pap smears.
Yeah.
So that's how pap smear invented. It was invented by a veterinarian who was experimenting because his license was not recognized in a different country where he was working on. He was just wandering around his lab, doing what sort of things he could find hands on. And later he stumbled upon a discovery which saved close to millions of lives and all these things. So that's what came to the top of my mind. So he was not lost, but he was still wandering around.
Yes.
So some people might be feeling the same way too.
Yes, very good idea, Senthil. So actually I'm searching for that point. I'm thinking like who will be giving that point. Yeah, very good. And Shruti, ideas? Any ideas regarding this?
Yeah, ma'am. In UPSC also, in first attempt, we will have some strategy, but we have to work upon it. If we lost also, we have to work upon it. It may take 6th chance, 7th chance, but if you work out properly, definitely the success will be yours.
Yes. Okay. Any more points? And Thiru? Any ideas, Thiru? What do you understand from this quote?
Not everyone likes the same.
Yes.
Each one has a different role to play in the society, but the society accepts only particular career to be good.
Okay. Any example can you give from ancient history, Thiru?
Ancient history?
Yeah.
No, ma'am, no idea.
No idea. Okay. Continue.
Where I left it?
Yeah.
They won't be accepted by the majority of society because their path of career is different from the mainstream society.
Okay.
But the end, they will be succeed because the definition of success is not same for all.
Yes, the definition of success will be not same for all. Very good. Yeah, tell me, Vandana. It's your chance.
Ma'am, I have no more idea on it, ma'am, but I can try, ma'am.
Yeah. Come on, try, because you can't expect essay and you can't be prepared for essay before going to examination. So on the time, on the spot, you have to frame the essay. Yes, tell me, what ideas do you have?
Yes, ma'am. From childhood onwards, all people are traveling in a life journey, but sometimes some people will lost because of their comfort zones and etc.
Yes.
And also they can't try. They are only going into one such way without any meaningful and striveful pattern. But when they see they're lost, then they can improve themselves. That failures can tell them about what they lost, and then they can make another step to go into successful pattern. There are many examples in the world. So many lost in the 10th class also they failed, but they also crack UPSC.
Yes. Okay. Legend, it's your turn, Legend. Legend, good evening. Yeah, tell me, what do you understand by this quote? Legend.
I just joined.
Yeah, you just joined, but you can see the essay on the screen, right? Not all who wander or lost. So what do you understand by this quote? Okay, shall I give you the ideas? So here, whenever you are starting your essay, so first of all, you will be having a rough page. Okay, in your UPSC examination, at last you will be having draft page. First open that draft page, and after deciding which topic you are going to write essay, so write the title there, and you have to start making down the ideas. So first you have to make down the ideas, like this is about coming out of comfort zone. Okay, so the central idea of this essay is coming out of comfort zone. Yes or no? So essay can be divided into three parts. So first one is our introduction, second is our body, and third is our conclusion. So introduction should be like around 150 to 200 words, conclusion should be around 150 to 200 words. So intro and conclusion should be 1/3 of our essay. And in body, so we will be having ideas. So those ideas will be arranged in different paragraphs. So this is the schematic structure of essay. Is it clear, Senthil? Introduction, conclusion, and we have body. So in bodies we have ideas. So those ideas should be arranged in paragraph. So in each and every paragraph we should have 4 to 5 sentences, not more than that. Okay, and those sentences should be short and sweet. And whenever we are moving from one paragraph to another paragraph, so we have to maintain a link. So those are called as linkers. So linkers can be used, for example, firstly, secondly, although, despite of, like that. Okay, we have to use linkers. So from now onwards we are going to have a task. Okay, so in this week I will be giving you the task to Ashwini. Ashwini, this is your task. Ashwini, are you there? So for the next 1 week you have to search linkers. Okay, and you have to give that list of linkers, and you have to collect those linkers from Hindu editorials or Indian Express editorials.
Linkers of what, madam?
Yeah, linkers means nothing but the words that can be used, like firstly, secondly, thirdly, despite, although. So whenever you are reading whenever you are reading editorials in your newspaper, so you will be moving from one paragraph to another paragraph, right? So the first word which is used there, okay, in the starting of paragraph, they are called as linkers. So you have to collect at least 20 linkers, and you have to give that list by the next week, by the next Sunday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so every week I will be giving you the task for everyone. Yeah.
One more thing you told now, from ancient history can we connect to this topic?
Yeah, I will tell those everything. Okay.
Yes.
So this is structure of essay. This is called a schematic structure. Like first you have to write introduction, next your part will be body, and next will be conclusion. So in body we have different ideas, and we are going to arrange them in paragraphs, and whenever we are moving from one paragraph to another paragraph, so we need to maintain a connectivity. So for that connectivity we will be using linkers. Okay, so this is the structure.
Ma'am, this
Yeah,
Buddha's life and Mahavira's life, can we give an example for this?
yeah, I will tell you. Okay, so now we have to start our introduction. So introduction, you can explain the quote. So you can write about who wrote the quote. So if you know this, you can directly write that so and so person, he gave this quote. But if you don't have the idea, so leave that. Okay, so if you know perfectly, then only you can write about this personality who gave this quote. So here this quote given by J.R.R. Tolkien. So J.R.R. Tolkien, in his book The Lord of the Rings, he gave this quote. Okay, so in this way you can write or you can start your introduction in this philosophical essays. Clear? So if you don't know exactly the personality who gave this, don't try writing the wrong name. So you can leave this. Just explain this quote. So explanation part is nothing but, so I asked you like what you understood, right? So that thing that you can write in this introduction part. Or else you can start essay with a quote, that quote which is relevant to this coming out of comfort zone, right? So you can also write about the quotes of your life, regarding the life, etc. I will be telling you some quotes, so if you want you can make a note. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So life is a daring adventure or nothing at all. That means you have to come out of your comfort zone. The adventurous means nothing but you are coming out of adventure, you are coming out of this comfort zone and you are doing something new, right? And next, one of my favorite quote is, life is a journey that must be travelled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. So here is nothing but it is talking about coming out of comfort zone. Yes or no? So whatever the road may be, whatever the accommodation may be, so you have to lead your life. And don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. Don't give up, don't afraid. You should not afraid to give up the good to achieve the great. So if you want to get the great things, you have to leave the good. So the things you are liking now, so if you are sacrificing that for a good cause to attain a big thing, then we can easily leave them, right? So you should not afraid of living good now because you are going to achieve great tomorrow. Understood how to connect the things?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. So in this way you can start your essay with quote. And one more kind of essay introduction will be like, you can narrate a story. You can narrate a story. For example, you can take Ram and Krishna like that. You can take example of, for example, you can narrate a story like, so Ram, he is a rich boy, he belongs to a rich family, he will be always in a comfort zone. He used to go to school on a car, or he used to have admissions only in AC campuses like that. But Krishna, he is from a very poor family, he used to go to school on foot. And he used to study in the government colleges because he did not, their family cannot afford everything. But here, this Krishna wanted to achieve something great. And he used to read under the street lights. Like that, you can narrate a story of Abdul Kalam. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? So like that, you can narrate a story so that you can explain about how comfort zone will be affecting the students or affecting the people, and how you are coming out of this comfort zone and you are achieving the great things. So coming out of comfort zone, it is not at all a loss, because we are going to adventure. So we are going to explore ourselves. So we are going to understand what is happening around. So we are going to understand the society the better. So if you are in the comfort zone, you can't do all these things and you can't achieve the great things. So like that, you can write introduction. Yes or no? Are you getting ideas?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, Kiruba, Senthil,
Yes, ma'am.
Legend, Ashwini. Yes or no? Bharat. So how many of you can write essay introduction now within 150 to 200 words? Yes, tell me how many of you can write introduction now?
Can write, ma'am.
Yes, can, ma'am.
Everyone?
Can.
Prasann, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Everyone. Dhanushri, are you getting the points?
Yes, ma'am.
Priya, Hashir, you are late. Kiruba, Mahendra, Mabel, Monica, Nawaz, Prasann, Shruti, Tiru, Vandana, everyone.
Ready, madam.
Yes, Abhinesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right, are understanding the points, right? Like how to develop introduction. Because introduction is very important. So after reading introduction only, here examiner will decide whether he can stay for next 20 minutes to read your entire essay or not. So introduction should be like most attractive part. So you have to work more on introduction, because you have to attract the examiner and you have to say that for next 20 minutes you should not think about your wife, about your children, about anything, and you have to read my essay for 20 minutes. Okay, clear? Introduction is very important.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? And now let us move on to body part. So in body part we have ideas. Yes. So here you have to make your essay as multi-dimensional as possible. So this is our idea, right? So our aim is to write essay as many multi-dimensional as possible. Yes or no? I will be giving some ideas and I will be giving you like 10 to 15 minutes of time to list down ideas. Clear? As usual.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready or not? So you should focus here. You should not think about anything. You should not think about what dinner I am going to have, where I am going to go tomorrow. Like that, you should not have any discussions in your brain. So just focus for next 10 minutes and you have to keep your ideas on paper and you have to tell me how many ideas you got. Okay? So first one is you can write from ancient history part. So tell me who are the persons who have wandered. For example, we have Gautam Buddha.
Nomadic, ma'am. They were basically nomadics, ma'am, and they hunted.
Yes, nomadic people.
Traveling from one place to another.
Yes, we have nomadic people. Yes, very good. So they belongs to our Stone Age. Yeah. Yes, Gautam Buddha. And you can write about Mahavir. Story of Gautam Buddha, you can write story of Mahavir. So how they got enlightenment. So they wandered for how many years? So how many people they met? So how they learnt the life, what the life is. Right? Understood? Yeah, I'm coming from serial, okay? So ancient history you can write about Mahavir, Gautam Buddha, and from history also you can write about pilgrimage centers. So the role of pilgrimage center. So people will be wandering from one pilgrimage center to another pilgrimage center, right? So you can write about Varnashrama, Chaturvarna system. So do you know about this Chaturvarna system? Anyone? So what are they? Tell me. Nawaz?
Brahmana, Vaishya.
Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra.
Yes. You can write about, so what is the role of this Brahmans in this pilgrimage? And next one is you have to write about, there will be also like Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa, right? So during the Sannyasa stage, so the people, they will be living everything and they will be wandering. That means they are not lost, right? So that thing that you can write here, that is Varnashrama Dharmas. Right, and you can write about some famous historical, okay, so you can go to this medieval period and in the modern history, so you will be coming across lot of historians, they will be coming and visiting India like Ibn Battuta, Huyan Sang, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Huyan Sang and Ibn Battuta and also Marco Polo. Okay, so what are their contributions that you can write here? They wandered but they're not lost. They read about Indian history, Indian culture, and they wrote lot of books. So those books are the sources of history now. Right? Understood? So we're done with history part. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can write about what is the significance. So what is the significance of this wandering? Okay, so what are the advantages? For example, we can explore ourselves. Like what are the strengths and what are the weaknesses of ourselves? So we can have some change in the day life, everyday life. So that we can chill for some time and we can come back to our daily life with more strength. For example, you can talk about holiday leaves, small tours, for example, Ooty tour or any pilgrimage tours. And you can write about famous philosophers and as well as thinkers, what they said. For example, even in history part you can add one more dimension called as Bhakti movement. So in this Bhakti movement, which had been started in southern India, ultimately it had been spread to northern part. For example, how these people like Chaitanya moved, Adi Shankaracharya moved. So those things that you can also talk. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
And you can write about what are the like benefits of wandering. So whenever you're moving from one place to another place, so you will be coming in contact with the new people, new culture, you will be exploring the culture, and that will helpful for personal growth of you, and even that will helpful for problem solving. So whenever you are moving to the people who are living in the tribe, who are living in the tribal areas, or who are living in the rural areas, so you can understand some techniques like what they are using, like traditional medicinal things or traditional things. Okay, so you can use that thing. Okay, and next one is you can also understand the benefits of health and well-being if you are moving from one place to another place, like different system of medicines that they had been originated. So in India we have different traditional health systems like Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha. So they had been originated in this different areas in our country, right? So if you are wanting, you can know about them and you can use them for the public good, right? Ultimate public good, right? So here there is also chance of writing criticism. Okay, so yes, you are wandering. If you are having a good aim, then it will be success. But if there is no aim, but if you are wandering, means it is useless. Yes or no? Without direction, without any aim, so if you are wandering, means it is useless. You can write some scenarios there. Okay, clear? Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear.
Ma'am,
Yeah, Vandana.
when PV Sindhu trying for badminton, so many say that he is mad and she is mad. How can she go in such great way? That criticism occurred to her.
Yes, you can write those examples also, Vandana.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, clear? Anyone, any doubt?
No doubt, ma'am.
And you can also write about the importance of this wandering. So how wandering will be helping some people, right? And because of this wandering also there will be some negative impacts on people, like, so there will be some issues like personal cults, they will come into picture, and even sometimes terrorism spread, internal security issues, right? So that thing will also come into picture, so you have to be very much cautious. Okay, anyone, any doubt regarding getting ideas? Are you getting ideas or not? Yes, very good, Bharat. You can also add about Socrates ideology. Very good. Okay, now take out the pen and paper. I will give you exactly 5 minutes of time. So what's the time now exactly? Tell me please, anyone. I forgot to bring my
7:40.
7?
40.
40. So take 5 minutes. After 7:45 I will be asking you like how many ideas you got. So just jot down the points. Clear as usual? Everyone, come on, your time starts now. Are you feeling difficult now? So it has been like around 3 to 4 sessions we are discussing essay. So now whether it is easy or not for the students who are attending it from last 4 sessions. Easy, right? And very good, Mabel. Mabel gave me one story to write introduction. I will read out. So meanwhile, listen this story also. One frog story. In a cold region, one frog was lived. The frog roamed everywhere and found a pot full of warm water. First, the frog enjoyed the warmness, and at last, due to increase in the boiling point, the frog died inside the pot. Moral of the story is comfort zone first favors you, and at last it kills you. So success are meant for someone who comes out of the comfort zone and ready to face challenges. So tell me, how many of you are staying outside your home and preparing for UPSC?
Me, ma'am.
Nawaz, next.
Me, ma'am.
Okay, Priya, Mabel, Bharat, Prasan. Only 6? Seven, Abhinesh. Okay. So now you are out of comfort zone. So come on, jot down the points. Vandana, Tiru, Shruti, Senthil, any doubts, Senthil? Now are you getting ideas? Prasan, Nawaz.
Yes, ma'am. I'm starting to get hold of these things. I've been writing out the ideas for which later I will plan to expand and all this.
Okay.
I'm doing something, but I'm.
Nothing will happen. Initially you will be having some problem, but if you have habituated, then you will be easily writing essay, don't worry. Because of that only we are planning writing this essay online, because whenever you are giving essay, no one is writing.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I want to remove fear from you regarding essay. And essay is a very scoring subject. So if you have good ideas, good examples, quotes, and if you write good introduction, then you can get easily above 150 marks. Okay, Mahendra, any doubt, Mahendra? Legend? Legend getting the points. Kiruba, Priya, now are you getting the points?
Yes, ma'am.
Priya? Ashir?
Yes, ma'am.
Hashir, is everything clear? Dhanushri, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Santosh, you are late.
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, Santosh, today it is about not all who wander or lost. So this is about out of comfort zone. So to come out of comfort zone. So here in body, you can write about from ancient history the people who wandered, but they didn't lost, like Gautam Buddha, Mahavir, and even you can write about importance of pilgrimage centers, and you can write about Bhakti movement. So the people who wandered from north to south in the spread of Bhakti movement. And in the medieval and modern period, you might came across this people who came to India, historians like Ibn Battuta, Huan Sang, Marco Polo, like that. So their writings, and you can write about what is significant, so what are the advantages, so what are the benefits, so what is the criticism, everything that you can write. Clear, Santosh? Is it clear, Santosh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mabel, clear? What's the time now?
45.
Time is up, ma'am.
Time is up? Okay. So count down how many ideas you wrote, and you have to tell me how many ideas you wrote. Fast. Do it fast. Abhinesh, how many? Ashwini, how many? Bharat?
Sorry, ma'am. What?
Very good, Abhinesh. Ashwini, how many? Bharat. Mabel 5, very good Mabel. Tanushri, how many? Priya, Hashir, Kiruba, Legend, Mahendra, Mabel 9 Bharat. Okay Bharat. Nawaz 5, very good.
6 I have got.
Okay Senthil, very good. So wherever you are writing, so one thing you have to keep in mind is essay should be written in paragraphs only in paragraphs, and you have to write examples wherever it is possible. Examples, case studies or any Supreme Court judgments. So in this case we can't write Supreme Court judgments in philosophical essays, but in GS related essays, yes, you can have a chance of writing data, okay, reports, rankings, indices and Supreme Court judgments, recent acts, recent bills, they are pending. So all those things, there is a lot of scope to write essays of GS. But in philosophical, you have to write day-to-day life examples, examples from history and examples from philosophy, and also from ethics you can write some examples. Okay? Clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Shruti 11, very good. Yes, tell me Mahendra, how many? Mabel, Monica, Nawaz, Prakash you are late. Present, tell me how many ideas you got. Priya, Santosh, Senthil, Shruti and Thiru. Vandana, how many ideas?
6, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Okay, done everyone? Yes or no?
Done, ma'am.
Yes, right? So after once this class is completed, so try to elaborate your ideas and send me on mail so that there will be evaluation. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, now let us see case study.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you see the case study on the screen, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I will read out the case study, and meanwhile you have to write who are the stakeholders. Okay, for the new students, in case study, first of all you have to identify stakeholders. So stakeholders is nothing but the people who are involved. So first you have to identify the stakeholders, and later on you have to identify what are the issues. So after identifying the issues and stakeholders, then you have to answer the question which is given at the last. So they will be giving you one scenario, and in the case study they will ask you to imagine that you are having this so and so post and what action you will be taking. So that will be the case study, and to answer those case study you will be writing the stakeholders introduction, and even you have to identify issues. So that what are the action you will be taking, that action should be benefiting all those stakeholders who are involved. Okay, that will be your complete answer. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Yeah. So case study here is industrial chemicals are produced on a big scale by conglomerate. It suggested establishing a second unit. Due to its negative impact on the environment, many states rejected this proposal. But one state government acceded to the request and permitted the unit to close to a city. So brushing aside all opposition, so one state government gave permission. Further, the unit was set up 10 years ago and was in a full swing till recently. The pollution caused by industrial effluents was affecting land, water and crops in the area. It was also causing serious health problems to human beings and animals. This gave rise to a series of agitations demanding the closure of the plant. In a recent agitation, thousands of people took part, creating a law and order problem, necessitating stern police action. Following the public outcry, the state government ordered the closure of the factory. The closure of factory resulted in unemployment of not only those who are engaged in the factory, but also those who were working in ancillary units. It is also very badly affected those industries which dependent on the chemicals manufactured by it. A senior officer entrusted with the responsibility of handling these issues, how you are going to address this issue? Yes, I will be giving you 2 minutes of time. So read this once again and tell me about the stakeholders involved. Come on. Yes, tell me who are the stakeholders involved?
Ma'am, senior officer, state government authorities.
Yes, me as a state as a senior officer. Next, state government.
State government authorities.
Yeah, next.
Workers and factories.
Yes, workers. Yes, workers next. Nawaz?
Industries which are dependent on chemical factories.
Okay, industries.
Problems of human and animal life.
I didn't get you, Monica. Please, can you tell me again?
Animals.
Problems.
People and animals.
Okay, biodiversity. Next.
Flora, yes, ma'am. Flora and fauna, biodiversity.
Yeah, next.
Ma'am, factory.
Yes, very good. Local political leader. Next.
Middleman, ma'am.
That means ancillary units. So, do you know about what is the meaning of ancillary units? Anyone? Anyone, do you know about this ancillary units? Any idea?
They are the ones that are dependent on the materials manufactured from these things and we convert into a final product maybe.
Not exactly
Like
sentence.
warehousing, transportation.
So they those will be producing intermediate goods. So we have raw materials, intermediate goods and final goods, right? So these are the units which make this intermediate goods. Okay. So if this industries which are making the final goods which are shut down means, so this intermediate goods will be not used by anyone. So only these companies will be using this intermediate goods, so they will be also affected. So those are called as ancillary units. Clear? Okay, so these were the stakeholders. So tell me about what are the issues involved? Issues?
That's
Environmental
chemical
issue.
factory and environmental issue.
Yes, environmental issue versus
And
development.
unemployment issue. Ma'am.
Yes, there is unemployment. Right, so it will also cause land degradation, water pollution, air pollution, everything, and environment issues are there and unemployment issue, right? So these are the issues. Yes. So here in the question they asked about, so what is the action, right? How you are going to address this? Tell me, what will you do? So what is the course of action? So what will be the course of action? Tell me. So what will you do as an officer?
You can come up with the campaign, ma'am.
Monica, please be loud. You are not audible. No, your voice is not audible, Monica. Your voice is
First we can go for persuasion, ma'am, because many of the pollutions can be reduced with that. Because in IPL also one scheme was there now. Because if one dot ball is there, we can plant 10,000 trees like that.
okay. Yeah, 1 minute, Nawaz. You are telling about afforestation, right? So you will be not planting big trees, no. So you will be planting small plants. So they will be having around 5 to 10 leaves. So how they will reduce pollution at a time? So it is not a right step, Nawaz.
We can handle this thing by immediate and intermediate and late responses can be seen
Yes,
immediately.
rather than afforestation, first we have to go and we have to check whether what are the issues are there. So yes, what happens sometimes, even opposition people, they will be filing the fake cases. Right, so first as an officer you have to go to the site and you have to see whether those allegations are right or wrong.
No, before doing that only we'll take action, ma'am. Because the cross-cutting once for the complete.
Yeah, so here
Yeah.
you got this case. So first you have to handle the issue.
Yes, ma'am.
First,
Okay.
I will maintain law and order. Like first, we have to go, as we mentioned, go inspect authenticity of the complaints and
Yes,
authenticity of
first
the
you have to
statements and
analyze
all.
whether the issues are right or wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and next action.
Law and order maintenance will be the
Yes,
first.
so whenever you are taking action, you have to divide them into long term action and short term. What are the short term measures and what are the long term measures? So first you have to give heading like short term measures, and later on at last you have to write this long term measures. So now as whatever you said about afforestation, that will consider long term effects or long term measures. Okay, so first tell me what are the short term measures that you can take.
This one, first maintaining the law and order. Second, taking help of pollution control board maybe to
Yes.
solve the order issue.
Yes, Kiruba says analyze the intensity of pollution with the help of pollution control board. Okay, Kiruba, very good.
Then the short actions can be read for individual peoples, like state government law and order can be there. Workers law immediate their necessities like food and other things which has to be provided by the government. All these things. Industries, what will happen to the industries, the stockholders, all these things. Immediately for biodiversity, any whether contamination, decontamination.
But one thing, Senthil, you are saying that government need to provide some help, right, for the workers.
For people who immediately lost their livelihood, because of course they will be agitated. Agitated citizen is always a problem and headache for the community, and this will
Yes,
act
of
as a
course.
breathing space for the
Yes, yes.
and all.
Yes, you are right. But how can government give compensation for them? So think once. So already government have a debt burden and it is having fiscal deficit. Everything is there. So government has its own headache. So how can again government will deal with these people?
And through we can ask the government to step up the Manrega program there, and we can ask the people who are involved there.
Yes,
to employ
yes,
elsewhere
yes.
in other
Okay.
Activities.
Okay.
So that the social
So my
awareness
question
needs
is,
to grow.
yeah, my question is that MG it is for unskilled workforce but not for skilled workers. That too in rural areas, but this program it is nearby city. So how are you missing that point, Senthil? Is it correct or not?
Think upon it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this program it is near to city, so that we can't implement this MG program. Yes or no, everyone? So whenever you are answering case study, you have to be very much careful. You should not deviate at all. Then your approach will be wrong. Okay, so we can't provide this MG program, and government will not taking about this headache. So here the action of plan here is you have to search for any other eco-friendly. Okay, so it is causing pollution. Yes, I will accept it. So as a government servant, so we can't go for closure of this because it will be like headache to government. So if you are closing that, means you are creating a new problem to again government. So as a government servant, you are not going to do that. So you have to search for any other alternative for this. So if we can use technology so that we can reduce the pollution, yes, we can give suggestion. And if you are giving suggestion to that so-and-so company, so if they are financially okay, they will get that technology. But if they are not getting that technology because of lack of finances, means, so from government side, you can help them to get loans, either short-term loan or long-term loan. So we can't go for closing of that factory. Why? Because thousands of people, they are dependent on that. Thousands of people's livelihood. Already there is a lot of problem of hunger, unemployment and malnutrition, poverty. Across India we have lot of headaches. Right?
Ma'am,
Yes.
my own question. You are saying that thousands of people will depend on industry.
Yeah.
What about if 10,000 or 1 lakh people is protesting on that for 3 to 4 months?
Yes, people are protesting. Yes, people are protesting. I will also accept for that. So, but here, why people are protesting? Because of pollution. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, if you are controlling pollution, why the people will be protesting? No, right? So, what is the problem there? Problem is pollution. So, we have to address that pollution. We have to reduce that pollution, and we have to show the results to the people. Then the trust will be increased. Yes? Yes, tell me, what is the course of action? Everyone? Getting the points or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Bharat?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Vandana, Thiru, Shruti, Senthil, Prasan, Prakash,
Yes, ma'am.
Mahendra, Legend, are you getting or not? Hashir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in this way you have to, Dhanushri, yes or no?
Ma'am, here we can write about merits and demerits of the environment, ma'am.
Actually, question is not given about merits and demerits, so there will be another type of case study.
Ma'am, long term and short term is also like issues, no ma'am.
Yes, of course. But in this case study, they asked only one question. But there are some case studies. They will be asking about what are the options you have, and you have to analyze merits and demerits. So in that type of case studies, you can write merits and demerits. But it is not the question which asked here. So the next week, I will come up with that type of question.
Ma'am, in this case study, they will ask you that like what is the action?
Yes.
Ma'am, for action means you have to control environment first, ma'am.
Yes, that only I am saying. So the short term is first you have to control environmental pollution. So you have to decrease that pollution so that you can get technology. So you have to see whether the technology is there or not. So if technology is there, yes, you have to advise that so and so company to get the technology. So if they are having the finances, yes, they will get. But if they are running out of finances, so from government side you need to provide some help to them in the form of loans, short term or long term loans, and they can get that. But if you are not getting any alternative, then rather than that you can come up with another industry which is releasing less pollution. Okay?
Okay, like environment issues like air pollution and all, no ma'am.
Yeah, air pollution, land pollution, affecting health of flora and fauna, human beings, everything.
Land degradation and
Yes, of
soil
course. Yes.
management.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, any doubt anyone?
Industries can be a solution.
Yeah.
Shifting of industries to different parts.
Yes, you can also give that solution. So rather than nearby the people.
Short term, right, ma'am? It will take time, some time.
Yes, of course. Yes. Based on the time only you can write under the headings of short term and long term. Just I am giving you the idea. Okay, Dhanushri?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, clear?
Ma'am, it is required way forward, ma'am.
No need of way forward. Just they are asking about your action. So you can write heading my course of action like that, and you can give the points. And you can write conclusion at end.
What technologies used for controlling the air pollution, ma'am?
For example, if you see, if the company is releasing lot of carbon dioxide, that carbon dioxide can be trapped. Okay, so in this specific case, they didn't said about which type of pollution is causing. So just they said about land pollution, air pollution, but they didn't said about which kind of pollutants are releasing into atmosphere. Just in general, they gave the statement.
In that mentioned like industrial, like, no ma'am.
So they mentioned about just land, water and crops in that area is affecting. Okay, they didn't said about which pollutant is releasing exactly. Okay.
For this case study, we have to take care of biodiversity.
Yes, of course, you have to take care of biodiversity because human beings are affecting here, animals are affecting here, plants, crops are affecting here. Yeah.
How to take care of biodiversity and which methods?
So there will be no methods here, but you have to say like we have to decrease the pollution and we can use technology and we can use even artificial intelligence to analyze the level of pollution. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, right? Everyone, is it clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Nawaz, Abhinesh, Bharat, Danu, Hashir, Kiruba,
Clear, ma'am.
Legend, Monica, Nawaz,
Clear.
Prakash, Prasan, Santosh, Senthil, Thiru, Vandana, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can write Kiruba. Kiruba is asking that, ma'am, shall we add some practical examples that happened recently like sterilite in Toothukudi? Yes, you can write. So one more thing here is, if you are getting case study, that means that will be in news. So if there is anything in news, that only will come under this case studies in about 80 to 95% of cases. Okay. So there you can have a chance of adding this real life examples. Everyone clear or not? So after this class is done,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, sit for half an hour and complete your essay and send me on mail. And Ashwini, don't forget your task. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So next week I will be giving you task for one more person. So every week you will be having task. And there will be also punishment if you are not doing the task. You have to write one more extra essay. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Any doubts, anyone? Senthil, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? So shall we leave?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.